Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process, and today we're going to be taking a sneak peek into 2023 for the sign of Libra. This video is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, anybody with heavy placements in Libra, or anyone who resonates strongly with Libran energy. And if you don't count yourself among those things, yet you are still drawn to this video, there are probably messages in here for you. I recommend that everyone check out their other placements as well. The only sign that I have not completed at this time is Taurus, which is my own sun sign. So I've inadvertently saved that one for last, but everything else is out. So go ahead and check those out if you have not yet. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you get all the notifications about the videos that I put out from here. And yeah, if you're a regular subscriber, welcome back and thank you for your patience. It's taken me a little while to get all of these videos out for you guys. But we are in the home stretch here, and yes, I know we are into 2023 a bit, so we're going to be looking at the remainder of the first half of 2023, and then we're going to be looking at the second half of 2023. This is going to be a powerful year for Libra in that the South Node around mid-July is entering your sign. So we're going to have the North Node entering Aries and the South Node entering Libra, and the nodes move in retrograde. So they're always moving backwards. And I wanted to point this out just so you know for your own sort of whatever knowledge that we start at 29 degrees and then we work backwards through the sign. So if you have placements in those later degrees of Libra, you're going to be feeling that even more powerfully as we move through the second half of this year. This is going to be bringing out those energies of the past. The South Node represents our past energies. And so there may be things from the past being dredged back up so that you can work through them, so that you can see how far you've come. There may be old soul contracts or old people from your life that perhaps aren't present anymore kind of showing up. It kind of might feel like a big Mercury retrograde in some respects for you guys, but it's all about really looking at that stuff and clearing that stuff out. And we are with the North Node in Aries. This is the energy that we're all being called to move into and to work with during the second half of 2023. This is your opposing sign. And this might feel a little uncomfortable for you, a little bit outside of your comfort zone, simply because your nature and the nature of the exploration of consciousness that you are experiencing in this lifetime has to do more with the Libran energies of relationship, of partnership, of understanding and learning about the self through others. Whereas the energy of Aries is purely the energy of self. And so really moving away from people pleasing, moving away from the lower vibratory energies that the challenges that your sign can represent, into a more independent kind of an energy, into an energy where you're learning how to put the self first, but of course taking into account all that you know and understand about that process, right? We don't do this to the detriment of others. We still consider others and their feelings, but the priority is the self and the advancement and the growth and the fulfillment of the self. And so that's going to the knowing of the self, not through the reflection of others, but through what we learn within. Clear. I've been called to the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, so we're going to start out the remainder of the first half of 2023 for Jesus Christ. You guys, sorry. Let's clear that out for a second. Clear. Some of you guys might want to take a look at Aries video as well. Second half of the first half of 2023 here. We'll simplify it and we'll say first half of 2023. I feel like there's going to be some intense stuff happening for you guys in the second half. And I am on a time limit as far as the amount of time that I have available to me to do this video. So if I feel like we haven't quite gotten into all of it, I'll do a smaller supplemental video for you guys. But I have a feeling we're going to be able to get into the meat of this. All right. First half of 2023, let's get some guidance here for my Librans, my beautiful Libras. All right, first card out, we got the Ace of Cups. And sometimes the way I do the cards, it's hard to tell inverted or not. So we're just gonna go with the feel of this here. We also have the Four of Cups and the Ace of Swords coming out. So 2 aces here. This is big energy for the first half of 2023 here. And so feeling into the energy of what the Ace of Cups would be inverted along with this Four of Cups here, it feels like some of you guys, there was something that you wanted that you didn't get. Something that you were desiring, that you believed would bring you emotional fulfillment, and it just hasn't manifested for you. This is where you're at right now, I feel. At this beginning of the final part of the first half of 2023 is really kind of down in the dumps because what you wanted has not manifested for you. And this feels really similar. There's a timeless tarot reading that I'm getting ready to put out. This is getting a vibe of that. So you guys might want to check that one out. Those of you who are watching this in real time, meaning right around the time that I posted it, that video is going to be coming out probably just before this one does. So if you didn't check that out, I might, because it has a similar feeling and energy to it. But it's like feeling disappointed because your manifestations haven't come through and really kind of stuck in a place where you're not feeling fulfilled and you're kind of like focusing on the things that you don't have, where there is something that the universe is offering you. I feel like the universe is offering you something better than the thing that you thought you wanted, but you're unable to see that because you're so stuck on the thing that you thought was going to bring you happiness. But there's clarity coming through here. There's a breakthrough where you realize one of two things. You realize that you already have all that you need and you recognize what's being offered and the value inherent in that perhaps you couldn't see because you were so focused on the thing you didn't have. Or you get a breakthrough where you realize what's been blocking that from coming through for you and you're able to bring that through. Although I'm feeling for a lot of you guys, it's actually something better than what you wanted that you're going to have the opportunity to bring through. But it's also realizing your own empowerment, right? I'm looking at the crown. See how there's a crown on the sword here? And we have the King of Cups. All right, so this is emotional mastery. So we're moving into an energy, out of an energy where you may have been really just overwhelmed with emotion, with negative emotion, I'm feeling like, into a more balanced emotional state. It's like this realization, this breakthrough is what allows you to become into this more balanced state. It's like really gaining an element of mastery over the mind and the mental processes, the perspective. The shift of perspective, right? I'm feeling like a hanged man kind of an energy here with that. That then shifts your emotional state as well. And this is what serves to allow you to recognize the blessings that the universe is offering and also to recognize what it is that you truly want and really come into alignment with that. I feel like a lot of you, for those of you where this what you wanted was something that had potential to bring. It's like this is the thing that Spirit's saying is wanting to cut out all the extraneous talk that I was just about to do and say that it's the operating from a place of feeling like there is something outside of you that's going to make you feel whole. And the realization, the breakthrough here is that you are already whole. You don't require any of those things in order to be happy. You can be happy now with exactly what you have. It's not about what you have. It's not about what's present in the outer reality. It's not what you have out there. It's what you have in here. That's what matters. That's where joy and happiness is truly found. And once you have this breakthrough and this realization and really internalize that, everything shifts. And then we have the Three of Pentacles here. Teamwork, collaboration. Tell me more about the Three of Pentacles. Got the Five of Cups. So I feel like for some of you guys, there's going to be also somebody who comes into your reality, who assists you in getting out of this emotional drudgery. That assists you in seeing the value of what you have and getting out of the grief and the pain of what you've lost. I feel like for some of you guys too, it's not just about something you wanted that you don't have, that you haven't gotten or manifested right now. It's also about something that you lost, someone or something that you lost. And there's an energy of teamwork and collaboration here. Somebody that is going to help to teach you how to see and be grateful for what you have, how to let go of that pain, that resentment, that hurt over what you may have lost. And see how he's holding the chisel here? I almost see him right now as like breaking down or chipping away at a wall. And that could represent the things that were blocking you, the old perspective that wasn't serving you anymore. It could represent obstacles to your illumination, to your ability to allow yourself to be happy. Right? Because we can be happy anytime, regardless of what we perceive ourselves as having in the outer world. It all, like we said, comes from in here. So it's like learning that. Somebody is going to perhaps assist you in that. I feel like with the people watching too, it's like you don't realize how many people are watching and paying attention to what you do. And this, when you shift your consciousness like this, it's going to affect a lot of people around you as well. For some of you guys, it's like your children, people that are learning from you that you don't even realize are learning from you. Being that example, it's like you want to teach them something that you're not doing. But when you start doing it, when you start living it, that's the lesson, right? Because think about children, right? This analogy of children, right? They don't listen to what we say, they watch what we do. I also feel like utilizing your resources around you with this Three of Pentacles. Who's on your team? All right? Who's on your team? Who's rooting for you? Who is supporting you? Some of you guys, you may feel unsupported, but it's like Spirit wants you to look around and to take stock of all the support that you do have that you're maybe not recognizing or seeing. You may not have all the support that you want, but many of you, it's like you do have the support that you need. That's one of the things you're not seeing or recognizing. And this is either, for many of you, this is literally in the physical people in your life. For others of you, this is like you have spiritual support that you've like that heaviness of energy has tuned you out to being able to recognize the spiritual support that exists all around you. Tell me anything else here. We got the Two of Swords with the Page of Pentacles. So there's a choice point, right, with the Two of Swords. The Page of Pentacles, right, can often represent an offer, a message. For some of you guys, I feel like there's an opportunity here to start over, to start something new. So like, for example, if you had a business that you were trying to get off the ground and it just wasn't working, it wasn't happening, there's an opportunity to start something different, to learn something new. Like perhaps that wasn't actually meant for you. You were meant to do something else, and by meant, I mean something else would align with your soul more. But it's going to require you kind of bringing yourself back to to start, right? Learning a new skill, a new trade, a new modality. And it's like you don't know if you want to give up, right? Because that's how we humans, we see stuff like this, to give up everything that you've put your time and effort into, even though it's not bearing the fruit, because it's not really meant to. I feel for some of you. And remember, this is a general reading. Take what resonates. For some of you guys, there's like an offer that comes through and you're at a crossroads of whether I take this or not. It's like Spirit wants you to go a different way. You're being offered the option to go a different way, but you're not sure how you feel about that, right? That's the Chariot inverted, the lack of action intention. But look, you got the Ace of Cups, or the Ace of Pentacles here. All right, so there's a lot of, like, the Spirit wants to bring you through some fresh starts in the second half of the first half of 2023, right? There's a lot. You got the Ace of Cups here, you got the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Those are all the beginnings of brand new cycles. So Spirit wants to offer you something new, but you have to let go of what wasn't working. Excuse me. And you have to let go to your attachment to what wasn't meant to be. We got the Sun on the bottom of the deck too. And the Sun was inverted too. And so that represents like this general, that lack mentality, right? That needs to be overcome here. Yeah. We got the Seven of Pentacles, confusion. Tell me more about or Seven of Cups rather. Tell me more about the Seven of Cups. Lots of options with that. I feel like one of the things that Spirit's saying here is you have tons of options in front of you. The World. And Judgment on the bottom of the deck. You have to make a choice. You have tons of options and opportunities. Don't be so stuck in the old version of you, what you thought you wanted, what you thought you needed, what you thought was going to bring you fulfillment, that you aren't able to take advantage of what actually will. It's like you have a lot of options coming up, but they're going to take you down different roads than the road you thought you were going. You were traveling. But there's a lot of beauty in that new journey. Tower. Yeah, something's coming. Something's crumbling down. There's a breakthrough here. A breaking down, right? A deconstruction so that something new can be constructed. I also feel like for some of you guys, there may be like a message or information, knowledge that comes through for you that really sets this in motion. And by this, I mean this whole cascade of change. It's like Spirit there's like some sort of divine intervention coming in here to get you moving toward the path that you want to go. And remember, we talked about South Node in your sign this year. There's an ending that wants to happen. A completion of a cycle here. And for some of you guys, if you've been working on completing a cycle for a long time of moving out of a certain energy, breaking a certain habit, routine, major karmic cycle, there is like Spirit saying this is the year that closes out. And for some of you guys, it's like with or without your consent, this is the year that it closes out. It's almost what it feels like. And remember, we have free will. We can always choose to continue to struggle. But you're being given the keys to bring you out of the struggle. It's just, are you willing to take them? So it's like let go or be dragged is kind of the energy here. Then we have the Six of Wands, Triumph, and the Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So there is like you have the ability to be very successful, to be triumphant and victorious. But it's through the surrendering, it's through the letting go, it's through the allowing the universe to reroute you to where it is that you're meant to be. Right? Release your resistance. All right. I just saw the Ace of Wands as I was putting cards away in the deck too, which would be the only ace that didn't come out for you guys. So that's the first half. I feel like that gives a pretty good summary of the first half of 2023 right there. Clear. or the remainder of the first half of 2023. So this is, of course, going into like June. So right before the nodes shift for you guys. Three of Pentacles falling back out again, with the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So explore, learn, grow. The universe is trying to push you out of your comfort zone, which is really the discomfort zone, right? Because your comfort zone has gotten so uncomfortable. Or it's gotten, I don't think it's gotten so uncomfortable yet. I think it's been, Two of Cups wanting to pop out there. We'll see if that comes up in the second half. For some of you guys, this could have to do with relationships as well. Everything that I'm talking about. Your comfort zone, it's like you've gotten comfortable in your discomfort, and the rest of this first half of 2023 is like getting you uncomfortable enough to make a move. Clear. Yeah, Lovers as I shuffled to close this. So for some of you guys, there's definitely what you've been trying to, all the stuff that we talked about in the beginning, there's an aspect of relationship. There's a choice or a decision that needs to be made, probably to leave or move on from a relationship that isn't fulfilling you, would be my guess. All right, so let's move into the second half here, because I really want to see what's going to happen from here. What do I want to do for a deck for you? Yeah, I want to start out with the traditional clear Rider-Waite Tarot. Second half of 2023, Libra. Let's get some energy on this. Second half of 2023. What's going on for my beautiful Libras here? All right, we got the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Swords coming out for you guys again. So there's a lot of clarity, a lot of truths coming out, and some of these truths are going to be uncomfortable. But it's through walking away and leaving behind what isn't serving you, just like we were talking about, that you find the continually enhanced clarity. It's like you get the clarity around what needs to shift, what needs to change, what you need to leave behind. And then as you leave it behind, even more clarity comes through. Tell me some more here. Two of Cups coming out again. All right. This is soulmates. This is partnerships. Kindred souls. Yeah, and so some of you guys, like I said, you're leaving a relationship for something better. And remember, we talked about this with the South Node in your sign. Moving away from the moving more into the energy, the template of the expression of individuality, of self. Although, I don't know, I'm feeling for some of you guys like there's more to learn. There's more to learn about yourself in partnership, as there always is for you, right? And for all of us. But it's like taking those Aryan energies of independence and sovereignty and applying those in relationship. Like some of you guys may have a new partnership, and this doesn't have to be romantic, although I'm definitely feeling that for some of you. Where you're going to be learning boundaries. You're going to be learning how to be independent and sovereign while still in partnership with another. And you've been learning this lesson, I think, for a while. But it's like closing out operating in the old template, and now you're starting to learn how to exist and function in the new. And the King of Cups coming out again. How to maintain. It's like there may be a period for you where you need to spend a little bit of time alone. But even if you do take some time alone, I feel like a lot of you, there's going to be another soul, whether this is a romantic relationship or a deep friendship, a deep soul connection here, that teaches you how to come back together and really practice, put into practice some of the things that you've learned. Remember, the best way to learn about you oftentimes is to spend time alone. The best way to learn about relationships is to be in a relationship. I think. All right, tell me some more. But you notice what else? See the King of Cups? He's holding 2 cups. All right, here we see 2 people with 2 cups combined. Here we see 1 person with 2 cups. So it's like, once again, it's like, and one of the things that you've been learning and will be continuing to learn, I feel like, in a different way, hopefully in a new way, is that you can be the complete emotional fulfillment for yourself without requiring another. That, like, the whole goal, right, is that we are whole and complete within ourselves. We're fulfilled within ourselves. And then when we get into relationship with another, they simply add to our enjoyment of life, right? They don't provide that for us. We provide that for ourselves, and they complement that. This is that Aries energy of independence, right? Realizing who you are and what you want and finding somebody who complements that. I feel like some of you guys, it's like the people that you were involving yourself with, some of the people you were involving yourself with, they just weren't on a similar wavelength. They didn't want the same things as you. You were very different. And they say opposites attract, but in this point, it was like almost to a detrimental point where it's like you were kind of holding each other back. And for some of you guys, it's like you were allowing them to hold you back in some aspects because you, in order to be with them, you needed to be a certain version of you. And 2023 is about the you 2.0, okay? The next version of you. So it's like finding and connecting with those people who support the next version of you. And not just people, but this is like jobs, this is location, anything. Whatever it is that supports this next version of you. Now the Chariot is right side up. All right. Now we have that focused intention. We know where we're going. We have our sights set. Hierophant, Taurus energy coming out. Chariot would be Cancer energy. Which I never really understood, but that's the card that traditionally represents Cancer energy. And the Hierophant was inverted. I don't know if we're going to take that. Tell me a little more about the Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant here? It's like you moving forward in the second half of 2023, so towards what will actually fulfill you. Knowing, of course, that, okay, so I don't want to say it that way because like we said, fulfillment doesn't come from out there. It comes from in here. Complement your fulfillment. Add to your fulfillment and enjoyment. Why is the Hierophant here? 10 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. All right, yeah. So I feel like the Hierophant was, the reason it was reversed was for some people this does represent like divorce or parting ways with somebody. Whether this is divorcing a person, divorcing a job, a project, a partnership of any kind, right? Could be a business partnership. That's going to bring you, that brings this fulfillment. And then it's committing to the things that are actually going to bring you joy. Support and enhance your joy, rather. There's a lot of cause for celebration here. Tell me more about the Hierophant. The Sun. Oh, this is, and the Fool on the bottom of the deck, you guys, come on. All right, so this is also mastery of a spiritual lesson. That's the number one thing that the Hierophant represents to me. And yeah, I mean, we saw it, it came out inverted, but I'm feeling that just for the divorcing and the letting go of what isn't serving you. All right, that was a big part of the spiritual lesson. And now once we do that, there's a brand new fresh start All right. Where you honor and own your truth. This is your energy, right? Swords energy. Queen of Swords. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, air energy. Yeah. Yeah. See, leaving behind the Five of Pentacles energy. Coming into an energy and a mentality of abundance that creates abundance in the world around you. Causes for celebration. Committing to that which feeds your soul. Whether this is committing to a new job, a new project, a new relationship. A new role. And this is also, right, to some the Hierophant represents like conformity and institutions and all of that energy, right? Traditional religions. And so I'm feeling that energy as well with the inverted Hierophant, where it's breaking from that, breaking from tradition. Breaking away from, for some of you guys, for some of you guys, this journey hasn't been about a person or a job or any of that stuff. This journey for some of you guys has been a spiritual journey having to do with the indoctrination of religion. Perhaps you were raised in a really strict background, strict Christian background, strict whatever, Jehovah's Witness, maybe, I don't know. I'm feeling like whatever it was, maybe somebody watching this was even like a Mormon or something. I don't know. But whatever this was, this indoctrination, this box, you're breaking free of that box. One of my favorite quotes about the difference between religion and spirituality is religion is somebody else's experience. Spirituality is my experience. It's like you're stepping outside the confines of whatever you were taught. And this is also stepping out of the side of the status quo in general. All right, so doing something truly different. Perhaps what you were trying to manifest before had to do with like something that society said you should want or should have. Right? Perhaps you were going down a much more traditional career path than what really resonated with you. You were in a much more traditional relationship. I feel like for some of you guys, you met somebody who had the same spiritual beliefs as your family that you were raised in. And you married them almost because like your family thought that you should, because it looked good to them. They approved of that. You had the same values. But as you've been opening up and growing spiritually, your values are changing and you're no longer a match to that energy. And I feel like this person, for whoever this specific message is for, in another lifetime, you two were in an arranged marriage. And in this lifetime, it's kind of like that same energy, except you arranged it yourself. But you arranged it so that you could move outside of that template in this lifetime. Like in the past, it was arranged for you. In this lifetime, you had a little bit more freedom of choice, but your souls still chose to come together in this arrangement to allow You know what I mean. Like it still had that same energy of an arranged marriage to it. And then in this lifetime, where in that past lifetime, you didn't have the freedom to move beyond that, even though you probably felt constricted, I feel, in that lifetime as well. It's like in this one, originally you didn't really, you may or may not have been like head over heels intensely in love with this person, but you had love for them. They complimented you well, right? Libra, you guys are known for enjoying things that compliment you, whether it's a fine wine that compliments your dinner, whether it's an outfit that compliments your physique. I kind of feel like they were like that. They were like an accessory that complimented you well, that people approved of, that if you were, say, if we're talking about like the higher echelons of society, they dressed up real nice and they were great to bring to a dinner party, kind of an energy. Or for those of you who aren't like that kind of analogy doesn't fit. It's just like they because they had the same beliefs and the same values that you were raised with. They were accepted into your family. They perhaps already knew your family. Maybe your families already knew each other. Or they even set you up. I don't know. But whatever, you guys get the gist of all of this. And but now it's like it's your turn to break free from that and to go after what and who you really want. And some of you guys may already have your eye on someone. You may have somebody in your reality that you have feelings for, that you just haven't been able or willing to explore because you're committed to this other person. And so that's going to come to an end, and you may explore things with this new person, which has a really beautiful energy to it. Yeah, really interesting stuff, you guys. But for some of you guys, it doesn't even have to do with the partnership, all that stuff. That storyline was for somebody in particular, or maybe a group of somebodies. For a lot of you guys, this has just been about your own spiritual journey with none of the love stuff, maybe not even any of the career stuff, any of that stuff involved. Just you on your own spiritual path, coming to grips with the fact that religion is no longer resonating for you. The beliefs that you grew up with are no longer resonating, and you're trying to find the truth of what does. And so you're finally letting go of that, or you're finally letting go of whatever holds you back from being the truest expression of you. Breaking free from that. Then we got the Empress, right? This is fertility. This is new cycles, rebirth. She also is a card that represents Venus, which is your ruling energy. I want to pull a Sacred Light Oracle card for you guys for the second half of 2023 as well. Second half of 2023, clear. Libra. This is really great, you guys. I feel like Spirit knows that we're on a little bit of a schedule for this reading. So, like, everything is just coming right out. You know, we're not having to mince words with any of this. We're just getting right to the meat of the messages here. So, this is good stuff. All right, give me some cards for the second half of 2023 for Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Heavy placements. We have the Cathedral of Light coming out. Stubborn attitudes extending the olive branch. Artistry. And you guys are the artisans of the zodiac, right? So Spirit is definitely saying, like, this is your time to make your life a living work of art. You know, you guys, like I said, you are the artisans. You enjoy beauty. You are part of your gift to the world is the way that you expose the beauty in everything. All right? And remember, art is not just something that you create on a canvas. All right? You are that art. The way that you speak, the way that you interact with the world, the way that you dress, the way that you walk. Everything about us is art. And so what is the art that you're ready to contribute to the world? Are you ready to contribute an even more authentic piece of art, contribution of art through the way that you live your life, through the way that you express yourself in whatever way it is that you see fit? Another way to look at this, another perspective is life is your canvas. So what are you ready to paint on that canvas of your life? It's kind of like the first half of 2023 here. Perhaps for some of you guys still moving into the second half, is about taking that canvas and what was drawn on it before, and literally just grabbing a can of white paint and painting over it so that you could start fresh. And there may be some energies here where you guys are being called in the second half of 2023 as well to put into practice your art of diplomacy. If there's anyone in your life that you've been at odds with, it's like learning how to make peace without compromising yourself, your integrity, and what matters to you, right? How to make peace without people pleasing. And for some of you guys, where the energy of like divorce or the ending of a relationship, especially if there were children involved and things like that, where that resonates, it may be like having to really put into practice your diplomacy skills if the process of separating gets nasty. So this is like remembering to send them lots of love, lots of light, lots of forgiveness. All right, to not harbor resentful feelings, to constantly be sending healing and the highest and best intentions for all involved, you, them, everyone else involved. It's that energy of that age-old question, right? Would you rather be right or would you rather be happy? So there may be some situations where it's like, it's less about proving that you're right, proving that your viewpoint, your perspective is valid, and just like knowing that in your heart, letting that be enough. And this is also, if anybody during the second half of 2023 is kind of like dragging your name through the mud, knowing and remembering that the people that you matter, or the people that matter, I wanted to start saying that old Dr. Seuss rhyme, right? How does it go? The people who mind don't matter, and the people who matter don't mind, or something like that. All right, so it's like the people who know you. Don't worry about the rest of it. Don't worry about those people who are impressionable enough to entertain a false narrative about you and who you are. Who they're telling people that you are, and the way that those people may then be perceiving you is not a reflection of the truth of who you are. Stand firm in the truth of who you are. Know that. Hold that within your heart. Live that. And allow everything else allow the rest of the chips to fall where they may. Just stand in your integrity. In 12-step, we used to call that keeping our side of the street clean. We have the universal Merkaba coming out as well. A sacred purpose, you have the answer, lucid dreaming. Ooh, I like that. So this is also saying make sure that you're setting your personal Merkaba. We all have a Merkaba. It's part of our energy field. It's part of our energetic sustenance and protection. It's the 8-pointed star. It looks like this symbol on my hand here. Or it is this symbol on my hand here. This is a different depiction of it. It's like it's supposed to be 3D because the Merkaba is a 3-dimensional sacred geometry that we sit in the center of. Right here where you see the white. That represents the soul light. This is giving more of that 3-dimensional look to it. But it's essentially, look up the Merkaba. And look up the energies of it. So set your spiritual protections. That way, if there is, especially for those people where that energy of like the discord kind of resonated with. So if there are ill intentions sent your way, if there are venomous thoughts or words, that energy is not harming you on an energetic level. All right, it's bouncing right off. Imagine mirrors, right? Mirrors in your energy being, surrounding your energy being, even on your Merkaba, right? That are reflecting back that energy to them. With harm to none, of course. But deflecting that energy from you. And deflecting it to wherever it's meant to go. For the highest and best good of all. But this is also you really stepping more into your divine purpose and path here. Aligning more powerfully with your soul's blueprint. Some of you guys, your third eye is going to be activating more. It's like once you give yourself the space and you detach yourself from the stuff that isn't serving you, that isn't fulfilling you, from all the storylines and all the egoic desires that don't truly support your soul, and the people and the relationships and situations that don't support your soul. When you give yourself that space, you really have the ability now and the energetic bandwidth to activate and to ascend to a higher frequency, and to really become your sacred purpose becomes more clear. And that purpose is different for everyone, right? It's the same. We have unified purpose, but we also have our individual soul's blueprint and journey for this lifetime. And the specific ways that we are best suited with our own beautiful individual energy to serve the greater whole and the self in a positive way. And we've talked before on here about how positively polarized service to self is also service to others. And that's part of that understanding, the embracing of the Aries energy, the higher vibration of that Aries energy. your opposing sign with that North Node in Aries, South Node in Libra. That's the balance. It's like you're really learning how to fill your own cup and to pay attention to what you are consuming, what you're surrounding yourself with, and who you're allowing to drink from that cup. All right. Really getting the answers from within. Spirit is calling you in the second half of 2023. If you have questions, meditate. Go within. Set the intention for some of you guys with the lucid dreaming here. Some of you may be learning or practicing lucid dreaming in the second half of 2023. Some of you may be learning how to work with that more. You may be dream walkers. But it's also about, like, set the intention. If you have questions, meditate on them. But then also set the intention that the answer comes through to you in your dreams. Some of you guys really want to start working with your dreams. Maybe start a dream journal. Start paying attention to the archetypes coming through in your dreams, the messages. Whether it's just deeper insight into your own subconscious, or whether it's higher messages coming through from your higher self. I guess those are too, right? Because our subconscious, like learning about our subconscious helps us to learn more about ourselves. What we are not, what we need to work through. Release, heal, transmute, right? Where we've been, where we are, where we're going. Although we know that really all we are is right here, right now. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Then the other card that came out for you was Energy Medicine. Sensuality, devotion, celestial fertility. I like that. Deep rest. Yeah, so there's going to be, you're going to require in the second half of 2023 as well some recharging time. To recharge and reboot. So unplug when you need to, rest when you need to. For some of you guys, it's like energy medicine. So this means working with your own energy in a positive and beneficial way. This means clearing yourself. This means shielding yourself. This means working with nature, right? Cleansing and recharging yourself through nature, through meditation, through, like we said, purging and clearing, and no longer placing yourself in any situations or around any people that are toxic or not beneficial for your energy. Keeping your energy really clean. Some of you guys are going to be working with herbs, working with the things that nature offers. Some of you guys even plant medicine, I feel like. Some of you guys are going to be receiving energy healing. This would be a really great idea for you guys to receive energy healing. Some of you may even be learning new energy healing modalities. And really reconnecting with yourselves, even your own sensuality, reconnecting with your body and your divine sexual energy, recharging that, replenishing, rebooting that. This is like, this year for you guys is like a full system reboot. That's what it feels like. Lifestyle change. Lord Melchizedek, card 22 on the bottom of the deck. And what does it say here? The last word, lifestyle change. Indecision, ego-based actions, lifestyle change. So you're moving out of this energy of indecision, right? This is something that the lower vibration of Libra energy is famous for, right? Out of the analysis paralysis, out of the paralysis in general. And you're becoming more decisive. You're becoming more empowered. And you really are moving out of the, like we said, that ego-based, I want this, I need this, this is going to fulfill me, this is what I should do, this is what looks good, this is what I've been told is right, and moving into a whole new way of being. All right, so we are going to, all right, I was going to pull a different, but the Sacred Sea deck wants to come out for you guys too. So we're going to pull a closing card for you guys from the Sacred Sea Oracle. Oh, there's one more card here. Whale Gatekeeper, Innate Infinite Wisdom. And then Choose Serenity under that. I like those cards. Clear right on the bottom, right off the gate for you guys. All right, closing card for Libra. Libra, second half of 2023. Really take the time, continually take the time to recharge. Some of you guys, it's like you've been giving to so many for so long that you're just completely depleted and you really need to refill your own tank, fill up your own reserves. Really connect with the beauty of who you are. Reconnect with your body, get back in your body. You are an air sign, right? And I feel like some of you guys, you've been so in your mental body, and for some of you guys in your emotional body, in your pain body, that you've totally disconnected from your physical body. So it's like bringing your energy back into the self, creating an environment within the self that is safe and sacred for your energy to return to and reconnecting with the earth. Reconnecting with the earth will assist you in reconnecting with your body, as will movement. All right, so learn dance. For some of you guys, I'm feeling like sensual dance and stuff like that. Whatever it is, play around with it. All the ways to reconnect to yourself, to your beautiful, it's like your divine feminine. I'm feeling like really reconnecting with your divine feminine. And with her image here, I'm also thinking of Kuan Yin. And so Kuan Yin may be a guide for some of you guys. And other energies as well. Just see what resonates for you. But it's like, let your own soul be your guide. We have Code Keepers of Divine Love coming out. Ooh, I think this is a twin flame kind of card here. And the 2 here, that reminds me of the Gemini symbol. So there may be something significant with Gemini energy here. Some of you guys may want to watch the Gemini reading. Some of you guys may be meeting or being involved with a Gemini, learning from a Gemini. Perhaps some of you guys may be leaving and moving on from a Gemini. But a lot of you guys, I feel like it's more about what's coming in. But this is also that beautiful open-minded energy, just embodying the energy of Gemini, being teachable, being curious, being open-minded, being childlike. But once again, getting out of the mind and into the heart, into the body. So this says, the affirmation for this is, I create love. I am love. I am open to experiencing more love in all areas of my life. I am in perfect alignment with divine love for my own self and others. True love is created within me now, and I share the complete expression of love with those that I am connected to. The Code Keepers of Divine Love have appeared before you in this moment as a signal from your higher self that it is time to activate more divine love within your own beingness. You may be doing this already, and this card is cheering you on as you get to celebrate your unification with the divine frequency of love. Become the divine love you are desiring. I'll read that again. Become the divine love you are desiring. The codes to activate this have been released as you have accessed the Code Keepers of Divine Love. As you become familiarized with the sensations of divine love, you will begin to see and feel them everywhere. So see yourself as divine, love yourself as divine, and all else will follow from that. This whole and complete level of love is the activation of your divine feminine and divine masculine merging and dancing together. That's that twin flame energy. It happens within you, all right? It all happens within your own being. It is slow, gentle, and appreciative, and feels like falling into deep love with your own skin, your own form, your body, mind, and heart, your thoughts, and your soul's essence. It's like coming into divine love alignment with your own self exactly the way you are. Touch your arms, your face, your head, and your hair the way you want to be touched and adored. Adore yourself and let this become a practice to deepen your love toward yourself. Feel yourself cherish every inch of your body. Drench your body in soul love. Tickle your senses back to life and become present, deeply present, in this moment of your life. This moment is so beautiful. You are alive and in love with the moment. You are in alignment with divine love. And so that's ultimately what this year is all about for you guys, is coming into alignment with divine love, with your own divinity, embracing your own divinity and the path that that's leading you down, and embracing the like we said, the rerouting, right? That's routing you to this. This is where it's all leading you to. So if you're struggling with those changes being required and asked of you in the first half of 2023, remember, this is where it's leading. And only beauty can come out of that. And I will include in the description box below, if it feels relevant, the Sacred Sea ritual here. I'm not going to read it right now, but if it feels relevant, I will include that. This is beautiful, you guys. I'm so excited for you. Really explore yourself. Explore the beauty and the divinity that you are. Let that blossom into the world. Remove everything that distracts you and detracts from that. And watch how things continue to develop and unfurl and unfold from here. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button, drop a comment down below, and let me know. If you know another Libra or somebody else that you feel this reading would resonate with, go ahead and share it with them. Like I said, if you're not subscribed yet, click that bell with the little squigglies so you get the notifications. Like I always say, if you like the vibe, join the tribe. There are links down below to donate if you feel so moved to do so, and I am taking personal clients again, so this is for tarot readings, astrology readings, energy work, therapies, whatever you want to call it, healing. You are your own healer, but the way that I can assist you in that process Yeah, it's all down in the description box below, as well as my website. So go ahead and check that out if you feel called. There are also links to donate if you feel called to donate. But know that your time, your energy, your frequency, your vibration, your attention, and your intention is as good as a donation. I love and appreciate you. You guys are beautiful, and I'll talk to you soon.